Good morning. It is Thursday, September 7th, 2023, 8:03 a.m. It's going to be hot again today. The weather for a few days there after the hurricane went through, Hurricane Idalia, we were having highs in the 80s. Now it's going back to the 90s, although at least it's the low 90s. So I'm going to have something on ice this morning. So I've got my 30 calorie per cup almond milk. Notice I've got smaller containers than I had been buying. Okay, I want to make sure there's going to be enough room for the coffee because this morning I'm going to go back to having some of my raspberry. Oh, look, I didn't even notice. I kind of matched the coffee this morning. So, this is for the Vertuo. There we go. Oh, it blinks until it's all ready to heat the water. Blink. Oh, here we go. Okay. So, you know, I think this is the first morning I've ever gotten on here where I had not thought about anything to talk about. I very rarely, though, lack things to talk about. So, yeah, it looks like my hair's shorter. It isn't really. I just had it trimmed yesterday. Just tiniest little bit taken off. You know how a broom gets? Like a new broom has these nice straight bristles, but then after you start using it after a while, the bristles sort of spread out at the end. That's sort of what I felt like my hair looked like it started like this and then so my hairdresser just cut off the tiny little ends of it to make it look less frizzy. So yeah, this is something to talk about, isn't it? She said to me, you know, I said, my hair is just in this awful stage. She said, this is the ugly stage when you're trying to grow your hair. Happens to everybody. And she said, probably going to last another at least 3 or 4 months. And I said, all right, I'm going to try to see it through and, you know, see if I can get to November or December anyway and see if I can make it. I could always cut it. But for right now, yep, I'm leaving it. I'm lucky it curls up, aren't I? I mean, my gosh. Anyhow, the coffee's ready. Okay, so, I need a spoon here. Here we go. All right. Oh, wow. Almost all the ice is melted. All right, well, see how hot and cold. Good mix here. I may need to put more ice in. But it's not as raspberry-ish as I was expecting. Okay, so what I'll do, I could just, you know, sweeten it with a non-flavored sweetener, but it is good with vanilla because it's sort of like having an orange creamsicle, which is orange sherbet and vanilla ice cream. So this would be like raspberry sherbet and vanilla ice cream. I may need to add more ice, though, to make it cold instead of lukewarm. Oh, that's very nice. I get a couple of more ice cubes here. You know, it's so funny because when you make espresso, here we go. When you make espresso, you know, you go to having sort of smaller cups because espresso is just 1.35 ounces. And for the most part, you don't want to drown it with milk, right? And then here I am making Here I am making iced coffees, and most of my largest mugs are just 16 ounces. So I may need to start using some of my opaque coffee mugs. You know, opaque means not see-through, not transparent. Can't see through it at all. So, because I have coffee mugs that hold more than that, but they're not transparent. And I do like to see the coffee, especially when it's being extracted, especially into the milk. Well, let me taste this. Okay, so that's good. I like that. Oh, I need to kind of fix my hair a little bit. Okay, so I hope that people are recovering from Hurricane Idalia. I drove over to my daughter's house. She lives maybe, I don't know, 3 miles away from me in an older neighborhood that has a lot of trees. And the streets, you could get through most of the streets at this point, but lining almost every street were logs and brush and branches, and unfortunately in some cases pieces of houses and, you know, broken up cabinets and roofing and stuff like that. There was a lot of damage here in Valdosta, Georgia. So, wow. I'm just thankful to God that my daughter's house didn't sustain any damage. She doesn't have any big trees on her property, but surrounding it are tremendously tall trees, and the ones of those that got knocked down fell in completely different directions. And anyway, so, but as usual, when disasters happen, good neighbors get out there, and there are crews of people, just volunteers out, you know, helping cleaning up people's yards and stuff like that. And of course, there's emergency aid, meals and supplies and all that sort of thing. So I'm so thankful for that. Much like I experienced in the April 27th tornado in 2011 in Cullman, Alabama, where I was living. So I'll see if I can get some of those pictures out and show y'all the next time I'm on. But anyhow, I pray that y'all have a good day, and in as much as it's in your power, that you can make good decisions and keep a positive outlook.